I want to talk about the number 73. The number 73, the number 7 in the alphabet is equal to 65. The S is the 19th letter. The E is the 5th letter. The V is the 22nd letter. The E is the 5th letter, etc. is 65. So now what we're going to do next, and right now we're only going to talk about number 7. I'm going to write down, should I write down all the numbers, or do you want to skip forward, or do you want to see how I got there? Because I can do it with explanation. Documentary, the way we're going to say it right now, documentary, right? We're going to call this, what are we going to call this? I can't even explain it. It's almost like, first of all, you have to know this is for arts entertainment. This is for only movie purposes only. And in this movie, the character sees exactly what it is and can explain exactly what it is on basis. 70 is 70. However you use it, however you perceive it, that's 70. Now, if we take the majority of the people that say 70, and if I have 70 pens, I'll have a singularity adding up in a row, ending at 69 and adding one more for 70. How to understand two ends of a shoelace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. That's how we counted it. We have the same thing equal on each side of the shoelace. Numbers. They're not just numbers. They're way more than that. The alphabet is way more than that. Dots and dashes and area placements of the dots and the dashes, whether you're using an X, a line, or a square. You know, when you use X, line, and square, do you know what you get? The letters FOX, if you really want to look at it on all the angles, right? Because the two sides of the O look like the H or the I. So O can represent H and I as to the artwork. And I'm just trying to think of the other letters that do the same thing. I had a vision, I lost it. The X, right? The X in Fox, right, is the crossing angles of 45 degrees. So the X, where does it come from? Is it the H? It's because it's showing a high and a low. So that create the N and or maybe the W, because they're creating highs and lows. Not only to say that, so we're going to get on with the video. I am extremely excited. Let me shut the door. I'm extremely excited when I'm in that vibration, when I'm in that sync, when I absolutely know the truth that everybody else thinks, that I can bring sanity onto my balance. Libra, the free arm. 912, 93, the first 12 you can create. AB, alpha, beta in LL. ALLA, Allah. Why words, conjunction to be the words, and why we have been over time repeating certain words in certain situations and thinking a certain way. How do we connect to that vibration and to understand what is that good vibration? What makes us actually have that beat? It's the knowledge. It's the knowledge. And along with the knowledge, and I'm not qualified to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but I can tell you from my own frame of mind that when you feel high-heartedly, that you look at this and you know it's a pen, and you pick up this, and when you bought it, it said Rubik's Cube on it. And when you look at it, you see 9 area colors on 6 different sides of 26 cubes, of every cube equaling to 6 sides, with a cube that you cannot see, the Holy Ghost in the center, that controls the entire cube, the seventh gate of the nine-faced 977 pig Christ, birth at the gateway, because the words have projected me to advance the numerics. It's actually 7 and 9. So I do all and everything that goes with 7 and 9. 7 times 7, 7 plus 7. 9 times 9, 9 plus 9. And the results that I get, and the mathematical results on the continuation of the numerics. 7 by 7, 7 plus 7 equals to 63 is 49 and 14. But 4 times 9 and 4 plus 9 has their own situation. And 1 times 4 and 1 plus 4 has its own situation. Now, is it 1 4 or is it 4 1s? Or how can I just write 2 7s? What is it? Where can I get my answer? Is it a cube? Is it from a game? Is it the placements of the area dots ignited that what not is color, knowing that yellow is inversion to what is white? So what brings on the soul of the Holy Ghost into the red devil? Orange, the orange sun, right? This is what's here. This is Pluto's number, Harley Davidson, 84. 3 by 28. 3 by 28, and hold on a second, 4 by 21, 7 by 12, 1 by 84. So now I have to understand all that math that went on. Now the cycle of Pluto equals to 84, and that's HD. And to create a burnt orange, you're going to need, you're going to read orange, and then you're going to need red, and then you're going to need yellow. Now to make it burn, you might need black. And what is the consistency of black? I just marked blue. I can't mark black, it keeps coming out blue. So just give me a second. Burnt orange. When you're driving on the road, the vehicle in front of you will have red and burnt orange lights or reflectors, or illuminated what is burnt orange and red. The number 50, how does it come to its consistency? If we look at a deck of cards, what are the images, up or down? How do we come to 60? If you take out the 6 card, there are 4 images up, and there are 2 images down. On the 7 card, right, or on the 5 card, there's 2 up, 2 down, and then there's 1 up. Because the 1 up is always in the center. The 1 up is always in the center. So there's 3 up and 2 down. In the 7 card, okay, there's 5 up and there's 2 down. And in the 8 card, okay, there are I have to find a place. The 8 card has 6 up and 2 down. So the 8 card is going to represent the queen. Can I say it that way? Should the 8 card represent the queen? So if the 8 card is representing the queen, it's representing also the 8 card is number 62, which is the card, the queen. Reverted equals to 88, which equals to 8 and 8 equals to 16. 1 and 6 is the 7th gate. 8 times 8, 64. 4 and 6 is 10 is 1. 17Q, the 8 card. And it's inverted to the 2 card. 8 and 2 is 10. So we have 8 and 2, and then we have 8 and 5. Because 8 and 5 is 13, 8 and 2 is 10, 1 and 3 is 4, 8 and 2 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, and we need to create the cycles that we run right now on this planet. 1, 4, 7. 7 months of 31 days. 4 months of 30 days. And 1 month of Valentine's. So I'm going to bring you in to show you the base of Nibiru, this one singular word, Nibiru, and what happens inside of the word rotas, which creates the entire rotas sator. The base number for the word is 73, but the entangled numeric value for the word is 73, 55, 64, 55, 73. Right? I can do the same numerics. I'm going to do numerics for Nibiru, but this is what starts off with the number to Nibiru, number 73. The total of this is 38 gold, also this finger, also 22 saying go and ape, also saying go where? Go to 44, the divided area space of 16 and 8, which is now the cube. The cube is this area space. This cube over here. This, actually I should be doing this, the hexagon, right over here. And then we create the cube over here in the center. Comes out in games in the game of roulette. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2, 16 and 8, 24, dividing the day and night to 1/3 and 2/3, equaling to periods. Periods equaling to 28, the cycle of the moon. Okay, and what you get is the word man, number 28. And there's 13 cycles, and man has his bar mitzvah at 13. So if you want to know how deep Nibiru and the numeric values go to every single word that exists, it explains itself right in the word as the numbers, as the alphabet. We have been given the key since our birth. So what we have as a value over here is we have 82, the cycle to what is 88. 88 represents Pegasus, purple, color purple. And then it creates that situation, 64 and 16, 1 and 6 and 7 is 1. 17th letter is Q to the mirror world of J, A plus B plus C plus D. Over here. It's just too exciting. This is just way too exciting. Adam and Eve, Abe Lincoln, George Washington, where they are on the numeric scale. The truth, and you cannot deny, but you can if you wish, or you can put it into another aspect that 1 plus 1 equals 2, how much? 2 plus 2 equals 2, how much? Is a plus and a multiple sign, can it look like this? Multiplies and plus. Is that true? Can a child understand this? And the reason I say child is because I was born and I only learned it over 50 years later. The schematics that had to be input in order to have base creation, almost like connecting every single dot to every single element in the periodic table, and every element that you use that is inside your computer from any mini, nano, whatever you want to call it. They didn't call it that way for anything, because anything to do with ano, okay, is the main area of a division of 3 areas, 3, 3, and 3, because that's ano. Ano is also a ring. It also represents the cube. There are only 3 ways you can spin this cube of 6 sides. So it becomes the ring of ano. The N shows you that there is an up, a down, a center, and an over. And the division in between is guided by the spindle in the center. 3. Number 65, 7 is 65, Uranus and Earth, Taurus. AU is inside the word. When AU is inside the word, it explains gold. It explains first. If it's first, it's inside of 3. 3 is divided between 1 and 1, and the 1 that pops up is the 1 between 2. First, between second and third, the 1 and thereafter. Rest in peace. Sometimes I lose what's on the top of my mind. The bar mitzvah 13, 28 cycles, 364 days, 7 times 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 plus 7, equals to 343 CDC plus 21 AB equaling to C, 364 days, or 91 times 4 equaling to 364, Or what is 13 times 7 equaling to 91? What is that? In the deck of cards, there are 13 cards in 4 different suits, in which one suit the queen has 8 and 16 eyes. The queen has 8 and 16 eyes. Let me see if I can get that. The queen has 8 and 8 equaling to 16 eyes. The king has 7 and 7 equaling to 14 eyes. And the jack has what is 6 and 6 equaling to 12 eyes. Above and below. Weren't we given everything? Above and below, in and out, hot and cold. I feel good, I feel great, I feel ill, I'm not sick, I'm sick. Yes, no, we know it all. We know the balance. Now we got the numbers, we got the alphabet, we got positions, we got Chaldean, we got Gematria, we got Hebrew alphabet, we got the Hebrew Torah, we got the Bible, we got all the words of the world. And all the words got letters. And all the letters have taken a position. And all the position and all the letters that have taken and all the letters that were ever created, guess what? I didn't create any of them. Not one. Didn't create one letter. I perhaps recreated some stuff using the letters. But through these dynamics, math, geometrics, coordinate space, and understanding the difference and where everything fits. It fits into perfect quarters because I do it like this, but in this angle, I'm splitting all my quadrilles in half at a 45-degree angle. And if I split it in between 2 quadrilles, I'm using 2 area spaces. If I split it in between one, the 45-degree angle, right, is owned by Aleph, or A. A owns the 45-degree cycle. A owns it. Now, can you create an A through the 45-degree cycle? Yes, you will have to have a crown on it. And the reason I say this, in fact, it splits 2 of them. It splits 2 of them. Now, why does A split it? Because when you come to draw one angle like that, you have to do it through the 45-degree angle through a single area, dividing everything perfectly, and only can be done on Earth. Earth's number is 33. Mars' number is 22. 3 by 3, 2 by 2, 3 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 3 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. It is the high world. 2 to the power 3 is 8, and 3 to the power 2 is 9. H and I are the same. It creates a window. The window is in 22, 2 by 2. Mars, because its numeric value is 51, I put a 1 through the 5 and it creates a window. Earth doesn't create the window. When I create Earth, I need 2 lines. And this is Earth. See with Mars, I only need 1 line, right? And this is Mars. So Mars becomes the window. And if you want to cross through here, is this the best way to do it? And then this one will go up, and then this one will go down, like an Aleph, right? Like an Aleph, the same thing. What's going on in Aleph? Is Aleph this and this, or this and this? See, Aleph is in this world. No, it doesn't look like it's in. Aleph doesn't have this big split. Aleph has this split, not this split. It's more like a lamed coming in here. Okay, so we're going to finish off on the video. So what happens is Rhodas equals 73, Nibiru equals 73. Now the mathematics that go in with the number 73, just give me a second, is over here. First we end up with 21 and 10. So we have to find reference. This will end up to be 5. This will be 1. 5 and 1 is Mars. It also works for 15 minutes in sports, 4 quarters. Games that can work with partial quarters are the 15-minute intermission or the 15-minute part of the 3 times in soccer, 45 and 45, 90 minutes. The mathematics, 1 times 1 plus equals to 3 and 4, or DC. They then invert into the next section between 7 and 12. And then this one down here, 4 times 4 plus 3 equals to 7, 4 times 3 equals to 12, equals to 19. Usually I end it here, but if you extend it, it equals to here. And 1 and 2 becomes 3 again. And then this one will be the beginning. 84 is Pluto. Also represents to buy and to sell, and we return into the division of day and night as I continue the numbers. 3 and 1 is the way it ends. 1 and 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, 8 and 4 is 12. It begins in the mirror world. The reason for that is it's A, B, C, and then D, or it's D minus, and then we finish off life with A, B, C. You see it's D, 40, and then it's C, 30, and it's B, 20, and it's A, 10. And the question is if we're dividing the worlds like this, or we're living just in one world here using the center. The center is being used by 3 different areas. Anyways, besides that, we have the total is going to be 100. Then it's going to be 80. And then it's going to be, whoop, did I get that right? It's going to be 40. Let me do this again. Then it's going to be 70. Then it's going to be 90. And then it's going to be 100. Or it's going to be 10. And then it's going to be, did I get that right? I did that wrong. This is 60. This is going to be 10, and this is going to be 30, and this is going to be 60, and this is going to be 100. Like that. 1, 1, 3, 6, 1, and 4, 6, 9, 1. That's the differences in numbers. The church and the spirit. This is going to end up to be DC. This is going to end up to look like that part. This will create 34. Create the same number as this eventually. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4. Oh, I did it already over here. Equals to 24 and 10. Equals to 6 and 1. It's another 10. We have to understand 10 is A, B, C, D. So when we begin the game, just like over here, 4. Once we begin, otherwise it's 3. Can we use 3 this way? Is that our closest 3? I'm not going to use that one. That's the beginning 3. When you add the next one, you're adding it up there, over there, and that'll create the rest of it. So 3 and 1. So 3 create 1 half, and then 1 becomes 1 half. So understanding how numbers 1, 6, and 1 is the biggest divider on the cube, and then there's the whole mathematics situation that goes on with that. So we end up with the number is 103, which is September, which is Jesus Christ, which is man, bar mitzvah at the age of 13, 169 moons passing, 168 plus 1 rotation. 169 times 168 equals, I don't know what that number says, but I had to do that math. It was add 1 to 69, and then equals to, add 1 to 68, 168 to 169, right? So you add 1 through 168 equals 169. So you go 168 times 169. Or you can do 169 times 170. 28,730. I'd have to think about that. Anyways, this gives me 6,1. This gives me 7,1. It also tells me Pluto, also 28. How do I get to this? Divided by 3. You can't divide it by 3. How can I make myself understand it? This is 1 times 9. 1 plus 9 equals 10 and 9, if we want to look at it that way. Okay, we're going to stop for now. Give me a second. Okay, so that's that. Anyways, to fix that up, I'm going to end the video right now. I got a little excited. There's just so much going on. And what is 9? How do we get 9? How does 9 become 9? You know, the first 9 you get is, here's your first 9, right? 1 plus 8 equals to 9. What if it's 2 and 7 equals to 9, right? What if it's 3 and 6 equals to 9? Well, we got that over here, right? What if it's 4 and 5, right? We didn't mark that here. 4 and 5 equals to 9. And what are these numbers? What is number 13? Well, the Mayan cycle, right?